Hello, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We will start now. So for the ones who don't know me yet, I am Jihan Shahla, in charge of managing QOOT Cluster at Beritech. Hope you all can hear me. As you may know, QOOT Cluster was launched in 2019 as Lebanon's first agri-food innovation cluster with the mission to help Lebanese agri-food innovators thrive. Championed by Beritech with the support of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, the cluster brings together innovative businesses in food and agriculture while fostering collaboration, strengthening linkages, and increasing opportunities. Its purpose is to promote the sector to a new level of innovation and global recognition. QOOT Cluster includes now about 40 members, consisting of established startups, small, medium, and large enterprises dealing in food production, input supplies, processing, distribution, marketing, technology, retails, among other verticals. If you're not part of QOOT yet, and would like to join, I invite you to check our website, it's QOOT.org, and you can follow us on our LinkedIn page, QOOT Cluster. You can join us as members or associate members. So please go to our website and LinkedIn page and learn more about us and about our activities and upcoming ones. This webinar is one of a series of monthly webinars organized by QOOT Cluster, hosting different speakers, national and international speakers, and covering various topics related to innovation in the agri-food sector. So again, thank you all for joining us today. We have with us about 35 participants so far. And as you may see, everyone has his mic or her mic on mute. Only the speaker will be talking and sharing his or her screen. The presentations will be registered and shared with you later on. We are also going live on Facebook. So I would like first to welcome our 3 speakers and QOOT members who are here today to share with us their best practice tools. So we will have during this webinar Ms. Lina Zgheib, Seed Line Manager at Robinson Agri. Lina will be talking about hydroponic and hybrid seeds. Then we will have Ms. Valerie Zakka, founder of Zakka Technologies. Valerie will be talking about smart machine investments, profitability, and safety drivers. Last but not least, we will have Mr. Lucien Kazzi, Managing Partner at Teknologix. Lucien will be tackling from classing techniques to robotics, automation as a survival tool in times of crisis. At the end, we will have a Q&A session. Here, I would like to ask you to go on your devices on slido.com. So please, you can go on your devices to slido.com and you can insert a code which is 50730. I put it now on the chatting box, or if Shaheen, please, can you put it on the chatting box? It's 50730. On this platform, you can ask all your questions, and we will make sure that the speakers will respond or answer those questions at the end of the sessions. So now I will invite Ms. Lina to start with her presentation. Lina, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Jihan. Welcome, everyone. I will start by sharing my screen. Jihan, I'm not able to share my screen. Probably you should stop sharing yours. Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, Lina. Yeah, 1 minute.
Yes. Thank you. So we'll start today to talk about seeds. This is very exciting for me to talk about this particular topic. I truly believe that seed is life. And actually, this is the base of agriculture. Seeds are the base of agriculture because this is how agriculture started. Before, our ancestors, they used to go hunt and collect the seeds from the wild. Later on, they started bringing the seeds and planting it around their communities to produce food. They start by some wild varieties like peas, lentils, barley. And then, let's say this is how really agricultural started. They were smart enough to collect seeds from the plants they have and plant them for the next season. And this is how we get the seeds, or what we call now the open pollinated seeds. And then later on, with the open of the world, of course, after many years, they start exchanging the seeds they have between different countries. And not only that, they start crossing new varieties to obtain better qualities and better traits. And this is how actually breeding started. And whenever we talk about hybrid seeds or breeding seeds, we can know that this process is very old and it dates years ago. Now, again, to explain a little bit, you can see here in the map that the seeds, they are native from different countries. You can see, for example, that tobacco came from America, while barley and wheat, they came from Asia. So this is how the natural or the native seeds, they were exchanged through the world. Scientifically speaking, the hybridization process or breeding the seeds was explained in 1900. It was with Gregor Mendel. He was the first to explain it scientifically. And we can see now how he explained the transmission of the traits from the parents to the first generation, or to the later on to the other seeds. And I just on purpose, actually, I placed the first generation in bold because we will talk a lot about it later on. And what we talked about it, hybridization seeds, was taken over later on by the breeding companies because of the development of the horticultural sector, because we had what we say, the need for more seeds to produce more, also to maintain a sustainable agriculture and to be able to feed the growing populations. So this is why the companies, they took over this process, what we call hybridization, and definitely they make it more developed. They go on developing on this practice. We would like to emphasize on something. Hybrid seeds, they are produced from a natural crossing process. This is very important because everyone has in mind that hybrid seed is something prepared in a laboratory or something like that. That's not the fact. Hybrid seeds are produced from a naturally processed, the crossing that we already talked about. They are selected from natural varieties. We don't prepare the varieties inside a laboratory, actually. We go to the field, we check on some special varieties, we select them, we bring them, and then we do the crossing process. Even for the big companies, they do the breeding process in the field. So again, I have to emphasize, it's the seeds or the varieties are found in nature, The process is done naturally. It's true, it's a long process. It takes a lot of research, a lot of time to reach the best variety. But again, it's a natural process, and the varieties are selected from the diversity of the nature. There is no genetic modification for hybrid seeds. This is very, very, very important. Hybrid seeds are not modified genetically. Now, what are the importance of hybrid seeds, and why do we need hybrid seeds? Actually, with this process, we were able to get varieties with higher yield. We had also new varieties with better taste, a tolerance to diseases, a longer shelf life, resistance to drought. The whole process was used to improve the agriculture and to be able to provide better varieties and eventually better sustainable agriculture for the whole community. Again, this is a picture for the seeds production, or how the hybrid seeds are produced. They are produced in the seeds. After this, all the seeds are collected, and this is very important, the service provided by the breeding companies. It's not only about producing the seeds, because these seeds after collection, they are cleaned, so they are free of diseases. They don't hold any contamination or disease with them. The second process, they are grading, so we have a good quality seeds. Again, they are treated to avoid any propagation of diseases. They are packed and then transported to the growers worldwide. I would like also to mention that all the seeds, whenever we import seeds from international breeding companies, usually they came with a set of official documentation stating that these seeds are free of diseases, by phytosanitary certificates, and they are not GMO. So again, this is just a quick summary about the hybrid seeds. It's very important to understand that using hybrid seeds in agriculture has a lot of advantages, mainly the effect on food security and food safety, because the seeds we are talking on are clean and tested. Even sometimes if we have to pay a little bit more for hybrid seeds, actually this is, we know the reason why, because it's a long process of tests and trials and research. There is nothing wrong with I just need to mention this, there is nothing wrong with the open pollinated seeds that we can produce locally. We can do that, but it's very important to know that at a national scale, what we do with the open pollinated seeds will not be enough. We can produce, let's say, in the backyard or at very small scale. This is okay, but at a national scale and to provide enough food, the open pollinated seeds will not be enough. Not to mention that with the practices, the majority of the growers that are collecting the seeds locally or in the field, and then they are storing them, most of the time the genetic material of the seeds is contaminated, which is causing either spreading of certain diseases or even sometimes a waste of the traits from the general varieties. So this is basically what I would like to talk about for regarding the hybrid seeds. Just to mention that the hybrid seeds played a very important role in the evolution of the agriculture. And we all know that the agricultural sector is a very dynamic, actually, sector with a lot of challenges. Again, just to mention, you can see here on our screen, we always bring hybrid seeds, and you can see here F1. This is very important why we use F1 hybrid seeds, because as we mentioned with Gregory Mendel, the first generation is homogeneous. All the seeds have the same traits. They will perform the same way in the field. And again, they have exactly the traits I want them to bring from their parents, because usually we use pure lines. The pure lines are crossed together to get the hybrid seed, the F1 seed. Later on, if growers are to produce from these hybrid seeds, they will be losing some of the traits of the natural parents, while with the breeding companies, they will reserve this or preserve this natural lines, and they will keep on producing from the same parents once a variety is selected. So again, the importance of hybrid seeds first generation resides in the fact that these seeds are homogeneous and they have exactly the same performance season after season in your field and year after year. Again, just to move on with our presentation, of course, hybrid seeds, as I just mentioned, played an important role in the evolution of agriculture, but we're still facing a lot of challenges, and we always keep on asking what will be the future of the agriculture, where we are heading. Are we able to produce enough food for the growing population? Do we still have enough land to plant these hybrid seeds and get the food we need? With the soil depletion, with the limited resources of water. So we have so many challenges. Actually, in the developed countries, they are always working on new ideas to improve the agricultural sector. They introduce new technologies. We are following, and we will try also in Lebanon to find solutions for the challenges which we just mentioned, especially that in our region, we had a lot of problem in the soil. In addition to soil depletion, we have soil diseases, soil-borne diseases. And again, we have the challenges of the climate changes and the lack of water. So to move on with our topics, we will talk actually about hydroponics. You all heard about it. This is a very sexy trend now. Everyone is talking about hydroponic, but we will focus basically on one system in hydroponic, the nutrient film technique, or NFT. You definitely heard talking about the DFT or aeroponics or aquaponics. This is a very long discussion, and I prefer focusing on the NFT now. Whenever you have any question, you may send this, and we can try to answer all your questions. So to start with the NFT techniques, you know the advantages. We always talk about the advantages of the nutrient film technique. We talked about higher production, more cycles, less diseases, soil disinfection, all this. I won't focus on this now. We will move to the parameters that affect our production in hydroponics. Actually, whenever you go to any presentation online, or if you go to YouTube, you can see that you have a lot of information about NFT. What we are sharing now are information selected from practice, because we have our own pilot. So the information we are sharing are based on practical activities. The most important parameters in any hydroponic system are basically water, of course, the climatic conditions, and our growing medium. So it's very important to take care of these three important parameters. In water, what we care about is the water temperature. Of course, at the start and before launching any NFT project, it's very important to make a water test, because this will help us making the right recipe for the plants and providing them with the right fertilizers. After doing a water test, we can make the recipe and prepare accordingly the EC, electrical conductivity, which is responsible of the fertilizers we are providing for our plants. And we can detect the pH, of course, and we will add according to the recipe we are providing. But what is really critical is the water temperature. So whenever we have a hydroponic system, we have to take care that our water temperature will not increase above 25 degrees. Otherwise, we will have less oxygen in the water, and then our plants will not develop as they should. The other important factors are the air temperature, of course, and the relative humidity inside the greenhouse or the place we are producing our lettuce. But again, light intensity is by far very important, because you all know NFT system is more suitable for leafy vegetables, and specifically the lettuce. And light intensity is very important for lettuces. And this is why we advise, whenever you have to install an NFT system, to go for the flat tables. Definitely, you already know that we have a lot of options. We can go for pyramid or even A-shape, different floors. But the limiting factor will be, in this case, the light intensity. This is why we advise, of course, after experience, to go for the flat or horizontal system, because in this case, all your plants will have the same amount of light. They will be uniform, and you will be able to collect on time with a good, in terms of color, they will be better, and then in terms of uniformity. Again, one important thing to consider is the growing medium, because my good hybrid seed needs a good medium to germinate. And you can choose from the mediums I just mentioned here. Either we can put it in potting soil, perlite, in PU foam, or even oasis. Again, by experience, the potting soil proved to be a very excellent medium for this practice, because he will help keeping humidity around the root system, and even in case of any problem inside the system, your plant will not immediately die. Last but not least, I have few advices for the new investors. Definitely, whenever we are to invest in a project, we have to consider all our costs. Again, the gully is one of the, let's say, it's the biggest investment inside any project for NFT. So it's very important, whenever you are to select items for your project, to select the best gully. Why I'm telling you this? Because this is the most important part of the system. It is responsible, one, for holding the plant, and second, this is how our nutrient system will be provided for the plants. This is the way for the nutrient system. So if it's not a good gully, then you will have either the nutrients will not be provided for the plants the way they should. Either if the pipe or the gully is of low quality, then you will have chemical erosion, and in this case, your water will be contaminated, and this contamination will go to the plant. You will not be able to have clean plants more. Also, it will affect the shelf life. So again, our advice is to select, even if you have to pay more, to select a good gully, good quality. Definitely you can go for cheaper, which is the PVC pipes. And in this case, you will face so many problems. You will spend the majority of the time repairing the system and focusing on a good production of plants. So our advice to go for a good quality gully, UPV, that is stabilized and suitable for food production. And the shelf life of your system will be longer, and you will have better quality and better performance for your crops. One last statement, round section pipe is not NFT. In NFT system, the water should move inside the gully as a film, I mean a very thin layer of water. It should move in a uniform way inside the gully. Otherwise, you will have a problem with the oxygen, which is by far very important for your crops, and you will end up with a lot of diseases and with dead plants. So my last statement to you, round section pipe is not an FT. Now that you have the perfect hybrid seeds, you can have very nice lettuce with a perfect also system of NFT. I invite you to visit the platform Love for your lettuce. Again, thank you for your listening. You have to stay safe and positive, to eat healthy, and invest wisely in agriculture. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lina, for your informative presentation. It was full of information. Thank you so much for sharing your best practice at Robinson Agri.
Thanks.
Before moving to our next speaker, I want to welcome the new participants who recently joined us. We have now more than 55 participants on this webinar. Just a kind reminder, please, for all your questions, and in order to take your questions for the speakers, for Lina and the rest of the speakers, just a reminder to go on slido.com. And I already put on the chatting box the number or the code that you should insert on this platform, so you'll be able to access it and put your questions there. And we'll make sure that the speakers will answer those questions at the end. So moving to Valerie, founder of Zakka Technologies, or what we call the machine queen. Born into the world of packaging machinery, Valerie has, since an early age, developed a love for industry and trade, working alongside her late father for many years, learning the challenges and requirements of serving customers in the various industrial fields. Valerie, please, the floor is yours, and we are looking forward to hear your best practice tool.
Yay. Hi everyone, thank you Jihan for this perfect introduction. I am Valerie Zakka. Zakka Technologies is my company offering packaging, processing and filling equipment for the agri-food industries among others. وكمان نعمل صيانة and we offer technical service. Can you hear me?
Yes, Valerie, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay. So today I'm not going to talk a lot. Mostly what I prepared is like a trip for you around various sectors of industries to show you different machine applications we've worked on that can be interesting for the cluster يعني in the بإطار شغل الشركات اللي members بالكوت. So I'm going to share my screen. بدك تعملي stop sharing. Okay. Alright.
Yes, Valerie, we can see your screen, but you have echo in your voice.
Yeah, I noticed. Okay, hey, منيح?
Yes, please.
Great. So we're talking about smart machine investments. Machines are investments, they are not costs. يعني a lot of times in the beginning when we're tackling a project إنه هي المكنة غالية وهيك. المكنة استثمار. يعني machines are drivers of profitability. We are all in the business. Of course, we do what we love. Most of us, I hope everyone is doing something they love. But we want to make money. So machines are profitability drivers. Machines are sales drivers. They are وسائل يعني ليجيبوا مبيعات. And they are also safety drivers. So as profitability, how can machines offer us the ability to increase our profits? Of course, when we acquire a machine, when we do the transition from semi-automatic or manual production, we have increased production capacity. we are able to measure our production. يعني فينا نعمل production scheduling, فينا نعمل targets, production targets, فينا عندنا counters. بيصير كل شيء أسرع وكل شيء منظم. وكمان الماشينز offer us the ability to be self-sufficient. Now I know of many customers producing now, مثلا they are co-packing at a facility that is offering them the location. The benefits of owning your own equipment is amazing. يعني, it allows you to be flexible, it allows you to make higher profits, and it allows you also to decide what you want to do faster. يعني. I'll show you some examples. Of course, owning your filling line, which will be acquired specifically for your production needs, which is where we come into play. And for every product, for every case, we select the right application, the right machine. We also ناخد احتياط لبعدين what is the expected, what are the possible new products, and we propose the right equipment. Second thing about owning a machine, which is amazing, is that it helps reduce waste. يعني we have two types of waste. We have a packaging material waste كتير، خاصة in the packaging process. كل شيء بالتغليف، يعني الشريك، الرولات، النايلون، الورق، الأكياس، everything. And the second type of waste reduction is the product waste itself. And when we are filling manually, we're not exactly filling accurately, well, semi-automatically. Well, if our machines are old, they don't have, they're not very accurate. We waste a lot of product in terms of filling capacities. I will show you, for example, a small example of saving on packaging material. It's the pallet wrappers. Usually this is done manually by the workers in the factory. But if you get the, like this, a robot pallet wrapper, sorry, this is on YouTube, okay. This is a robotic pallet wrapper. It can move by itself, and it has, it is fitted with a program to pre-stretch and to maximize your stretch wrap film. Yani you will be using much less film while using the appropriate wrapper. Okay. Another example, sorry. Filling machines. Let's say we want to start with not a fully automatic machine, but you can still find a good solution like this. One second. Okay, can you see? Here you can see it's a machine that is operating without electricity and without air. It's called the level filling machine. The product is coming into the middle container, and it's filling by gravity and by level. It is adjusted according to the bottle size, and it will fill accurately at every point. And you have 6 bottles. The operator is putting them. بعدين بس يتعبوا بيشيلهم بيرجع بحط غيرهم. This is an example of a semi-automatic machine that is offering someone who wants to start acquiring equipment a great solution for accuracy and speed. This can be for juice, for vinegar, for all types of liquids. Okay. And then, for example, another small example of packaging material savings is the carton taping. كلنا بنسكر الكراتين. We all have to pack our products in cartons. بنسكر بالهيدا الفرد أو مثلا بمكانات صغيرة. Having an automatic solution will increase the speed أكيد. Will tighten the package more, and mostly will save on Scotch tape, okay, as you can see. So now we've done the reducing waste. Another aspect of machinery is that it is flexible. You can adjust it to each product you are filling. Since in the beginning, before acquiring it, we studied what type of application we're going to be working with. The third savings, if you want, a profitability factor is the human factor. Reducing the number of operators is always it's a concern for everyone. Unfortunately, it is the reality, and we don't like to admit it. But it's machines. Acquiring a machine reduces the number of people, reduces personnel-related costs in terms of salaries, social security, والinefficiency وإذا غاب وإذا ما له جلادة وتعبان يعني في كتير مشاكل بتصير خاصة بالoperation بالproduction. So a machine can offer you peace of mind and save you a lot of costs when it comes to reducing your people. For example, let's say we have this is a food line to pack flour, semolina, sugar, salt into bags. The whole line requires one operator. The capacities are huge. Another idea is to package products automatically instead of with operators. Like for example, here we had an application for dates. كلنا بناكل تمر ونشوف تريز التمر بالسوق بيبقوا محطوطين بشريك باكيه نايلون معملهم شريك. Usually the packing houses they use a manual shrink machine, but we have this customer he was able to reduce to get rid, so it's not very nice to say that, but get rid of 4 operators and increase his productivity dramatically. كتير قصير هيدا sorry. Okay. So there you go. The second part of second advantage of acquiring equipment is that it's a sales driver. Proper packaging and the right machinery offers so many benefits in terms of sales. أول شيء it allows us to offer innovative products, so it's an innovation driver. You can offer new ideas and new products to mature markets that have seen الزبونات هلا خاصة if you're planning to export. حتى لبنان the Lebanese market is very demanding. We've seen everything. Machinery can give you the opportunity to gain a new market share. For example, one product we did, we installed a freeze dryer. The freeze dryer technique is different than the traditional. We all eat the dried fruits, but freeze drying is a method to dry fruits, vegetables, produce by freezing and vacuum. So it's a special technology that will extract the moisture from the produce without changing its appearance or its taste, and it retains up to 97% of the nutritional value. And they look great and they taste amazing. They are an amazing snack. I'll show you when we did our first batch. We were so proud. We installed it 2 years ago, 1.5 years ago. Please check this. So you can see the texture of these are apples after the cycle was done. The apples still look great, they taste great, and you can do so many things with them. These are strawberries. We can put anything we want, really. Just the cycle, the cycle changes depending on the nature of the product, how much water content, how much bricks. بس ليش ما في صوت؟ Let me check. Can you hear? Shihan?
We can't hear the video, but we can hear you.
طيب, that's fine. Like you hear my voice is better.
Yes.
Okay, so this is an application in which the machine allowed us to offer a new product. Okay. Sorry, one second. All right. Another idea, also something we've installed and which was a great solution. A customer came to us and wanted to mix two products into one sachet. Here, for example, you can have a salad sauce. يعني مثلا طلع على الميدل ايست كنا نشوف حاطين الصوص السلاد هيدي الجيمة مدري وين شغل وين. نحن ليه مش عاملينها هون بلبنان؟ كتير فكرت وبرمت. You can do many mixes in such machines, not just salad sauce, balsamic cake. Also, it can go with the delivery service, مثلا بصير روستر كراتواي ما بعرف كل الدليفري places بحطوها مع السلاد بدل ما يجي هيدا المربين البلاستيك بيصير يلقوا بدهم يلفوه بنايلون كتير مقرف. So this was a great solution. We actually did a very innovative product in this machine. So this was innovation ideas. Another benefit of machinery for sales is the accuracy. Accuracy in filling in terms of weight and volume are essential for export. It has to be exact always in every container. So we are most of us are looking for export markets, and I think having the right equipment is a great helper for that. Masalan, we can show you an example on produce, check weigher. It's a machine that automatically checks the weight of the tray or whatever package and then ejects it if the weight is not within the ratio accepted. Okay. Here they are coming out, they are packaged. هون اللي مش اللي الويت تبعها غلط بترجع برا. Now we will see it will eject it. Okay, that's for example a check wire. This can be used for produce, vegetables, but also for bakeries, for meat, poultry, of course, many different applications. Another idea for liquids, مثلا when we have big containers, gallonate كبار, we're filling big gallons of oils, essential oils, milk, and we're not ready for a full automatic machine, and especially the bigger containers. We have installed a solution for that. It's a semi-automatic machine. It's actually, you will see it, with load cells. So it fills by weight. You see on both sides, he places the gallons and the filling starts. Then when he's done, he moves it and he caps it. حتى بيحط السدة بإيده بس في الأبستون بتسكرها مظبوط بتتسكر ما بتنفتح بقى إلا صعبة. بس يخلص كل ميلة خلص التعبية رجع حط جالون تاني. This is great opportunity, a great option for heavy gallons when we don't want to yet have a full automatic line. It provides accuracy and speed. Okay, so these are some of the machines I've mentioned. On the right side is that machine, the filling. On the left side is a machine we installed to fill dairy products into bags. We had two challenges. أول شيء كان عندنا 5 liter milk bags. The second, which was the tougher, is this was in Jordan, بعبوا جميد. It's a dairy, very thick and weird dairy product that is very famous there. We needed to fill it hot filling بالأكياس. بدنا نشيل الهواء منه, so we had a special application to fill the hot product and then extract the air out of the bag. We did that. So the third advantage of the equipment is quality control, improving product and package quality. The machines offer you a consistent quality guarantee. A great application we did, which was a great adventure for us, was installing our first photo sorter, which sorts grains, and it can be fasolya, عدس, سمسم, كل شيء. بيجوا خام فيهم كتير وسخ أحجار. كمان إذا في حجار في equipment قبل, بس إنه we were able to get the results we wanted with the photo sorter. If you see on the left, in the picture, the product picture, the left is the natural state. The second group is the reject state. The third and fourth group are the sorted products. I'll show you a video of how it works. So this way, this customer could offer great quality, clean products to his customers, which demanded that there will be the same, no different colors in their bags. يعني بدو الحبوب كلها تكون نفس اللون وما يكون في حجار. هيدي الصورة. Can you see the video properly, Jihan?
Yes, Valerie, it is running, yes.
مبين واضح ولا مغبش؟
نص على نص. لا منيح.
ليش شوي مغبش؟ أنا عندي مغبش.
هلا صار منيح.
أوكي. بليز إذا شفتي شيء مش واضح قولي لي let me fix it. All right. Another idea for quality control is we offered metal detectors. So to detect metal particles in end product packages, there's different applications. We can install it differently for each produce. On the top left, you can see we've installed it at the exit of a sachet filling machine, which was filling sauces. On the right, it's detecting metal in packages of pasta. Even small particles, foreign particles, metal particles in packages. Especially, they are very sensitive to that in export markets. As well, for produce, we offer sorters, graders and sorters, as well as individual fruit labels. مع كل تفاحة بيكون في sticker. كمان this can be applied automatically. It's a great solution, which is not a very big machine. But it allows an automatic application. And then the most important thing, personally, I think, for packages in the retail spaces on the shelf is the labeling. The accurate and beautiful label will always differentiate the product from an inaccurate and ugly label. So selecting a good labeler is always crucial. I'll show you an example of a small jar labeling. كان label كتير رفيع and they needed a high speed. الليبل مبين قد ايه رفيع. And that was a beautiful product. So taking care of the labeling is really essential. Of course, export markets require all the information which has to be displayed perfectly on the product. The fourth advantage of having the right equipment is attractive, I call it sexy and safe packaging. Sexy and safe. Why? Sexy is attractive, safe is for transportation. Retail sales going into the nice, the big POSs, going onto the good shelves and the good shelf visibility requires good packaging. Export sales requires good packaging. Online sales require good packaging. For logistics, it has to be safe in terms of preventing leakages, preserving the product, its shelf life. But also, I think we've entered the age of the single serve, I call it. شوي صرنا رح نصير مثل برا مثلا بفرنسا وأمريكا. They buy small individual portions. I think we're getting there. So the customer, the consumer, is going to start requiring smaller portions when they go to shop. يعني كنا نروح نشتري 3 كيلو لحمة. I think more and more people are going to buy what they need for a few days, and then they will buy again later. Machines allow us to serve these new needs. And for example, I will show you a picture. On the right, you see the modified atmosphere packages, my skin pack. مثلا شقفة لحمة أو حتى ready meals, they can be packaged this way. It increases the shelf life and makes the package look great, and it's very safe for leaking and freshness. On the left, you can see different types of packaging for produce, which also needs to be attractively packaged now, especially when we're going to sell small portions. Personally, I love going and looking at clean, well-displayed produce and buying them like that instead of picking with my hands. There are markets for that, and there are markets for the wahel. I'll show you a machine to package like small portions of produce. Lucien, I'm almost done. Okay. This is a great machine. I love it. You can package various different vegetables together with a tray or without a tray. It's a vertical packer. It's safe and fast and cost efficient, and it requires one operator. You can put anything. It doesn't have to be the same product. You don't have to change a lot mechanical. ما في modifications كتير على المكنة. So that's a very versatile machine. And then the third and currently the most relevant to us in this day and age is the safety. First of all, in terms of reducing number of people in the factory, enabling more social distancing, reducing the risk of coronavirus spread, but also reducing the risk of spreading other diseases and infections. يعني كل ما قل الناس بالproduction, كل ما قل manual handling of the product, كل ما أحسن و safer for the consumer and for your business. For example, here I can show you, this was at a hatchery for eggs. البيض عم بيتعبى بالكريت الكبيرة، عم بينقص وعم بيرجع يتغلف. Also one operator. Jehan, please let me know if this video is clear. Thank you so much. Sorry, Amazon. Here he's loading the crate of eggs. عم تمشي بتنقص. فينا نعمل configuration تنقص مثل ما بدنا. وبعدين بنحط لها الليبل. ليبل ورقة بتنحط ما بتتلزق. بدل ما يحطوها الشغيلة بالإيد بتنحط اوتوماتيكلي مع ديسبنسر. بعدين فاتت على كيس. الكيس انقص تلحم وفات على shrink tunnel, and now it came out ready for selling. And it's a beautiful package. Very fast operation. هون حطينا كل الاوبريشن موظف واحد. For example, another small example of printing for production date barcode أي شيء. So here we had an application, we needed to print the barcode with date information على الكيس بده يكون فيه oriental sweets. بس ما فينا نطبع على الكيس معبى لأنه بيجي irregular, so ما بتطلع الطبعة واضحة. We needed to print on the bags that are flat. So we did a bag dispenser وprinter وبعدين بيروحوا على التعبئة. And last but not least, machinery offers you product safety for your product. يعني it protects your brand from tampering, from counterfeit. طبعا عندنا الشرينك على الجالون الماء من فوق أو على المرتبين. But also it allows you to brand your product better. If you see, for example, it's a full shrink, full sleeve. على كل الأناني هون في أناني زيت, salt, even vodka. Applying it with a machine like that. This is the sleeve applicator at a dairy factory. It goes into a steam tunnel and it comes out ready for the shops. It's a great look and it's also very safe for the product. Here you have an example of the Gatorade bottles. Gatorade by PepsiCo. The bottle before the sleeve on the left with a normal label, the bottle on the right with a shrink sleeve. So much more beautiful, so much more personalized. And then you have the induction seal, the seal that you place inside the cap and protects the product for ketchup, for jars, Nutella, things like that. Basically, like I always say, machines are investments, they're not a cost. You can recoup your investment from 1 to 5 years, depending. You have to keep in mind all the savings you will make in terms of salaries, personnel expenses, material and company resources, product waste savings, and time saving. You gain increased order responsibility. You are able to supply bigger order faster, more beautiful packaging, and satisfy your customers, as well as machines allow you to open you up to new business opportunities. This was it, the short trip of our world of packaging, and I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was quick enough. If you have any questions, you can always contact me, get my contact, and I'll get your machine.
Thank you so much, Valerie, for introducing us to the machines world. Actually, we have several questions for you on Slido, and I look forward to your answers at the end. So please stay with us.
Sure.
Now we move to Lucien. Lucien graduated in mechanical engineering from the Lebanese University and earned a master's degree in industrial automation. He was ranked first in the LIRA competition for mechanical design. Lucien, please.
Hello.
The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Rehan, for this introduction. Valerie, please, إذا فيك تعملي stop sharing. Okay, so I'll share my screen. So hello everyone, my name is Lucien Kazzi. I'm the founder of Teknologix Automation. Teknologix started in 2008 as automation system integrator for the Middle East area. We're very proud of our partners, Siemens, Copadata, Schneider, and Parsec, who are market leaders in the field in some different fields of automation. And we're even more proud about our clients. 5 of them are actually QOOT members. في عنا Pepsi, Almaza, Rifai, Shattok, Freya, Unipack. Some of them we know before, some of them we were introduced during QOOT. So thank you for all of our clients for giving them their trust since 2008. عن اليوم today's agenda رح نبلش بأول part نحكي ب general automation trends. So what are the major trends that are going on in 2020. بتاني part رح نحكي أكثر عن success stories اشياء ما طبقناها بلبنان وبالميدل ايست. We will share a couple of success stories and some of our best practices, and finally we will wrap up, then open it for the public for questions, some Q&As. So ما أخر من دغري نطلع على أول part من السيشن اللي هي الأوتوميشن ترندز. واحد لما يفكر اوتوميشن دغري بفكر انه like it's a science، يعني دغري نحن we're going to jump from zero to hero. هون خلينا بس ناخذ very quick overview عن الاوتوميشن pyramid يلي هو it divides the automation into 5 levels. يعني واحد لما يكون عم بيشتغل على manual packing let's say او manual production line، اول ستيب بيعملها بيقدر يفكر بالفيلد ليفل. يعني اول ستيب بنقول بدنا نحط موتور يمكن كرمال ننقل البرودكت فروم A to point، او بدنا نحط بامب بدنا نحط لها موتور، او بدنا نحط تمبريتشر بروب كرمال نقرا الحراره. So this is the first level. Second level لما نبلش نقول بدنا نحط اوكي نحن ركبنا هذا الموتور وركبنا السنسور، خلينا نجرب نعمل سامبل كنترول. خلينا نقول انه الموتور او البامب بدها تدور لما تكون التمبريتشر عليت فوق حراره معينه. سو صرنا هون عم نحكي ليفل 2 فوتنا كنترولر. ليفل 3 صرنا عم نحكي سوبرفايزري ليفل، يعني نحن صار في عندنا كنترول روم، صارت الفاسيلتي تبعنا قادره انه نعمل سنترلايز كنترول من الكنترول روم. Then the top 2 levels are ERP and MES, where the production will be aligned with the sales, with our inventory for spare parts, for maintenance. It will be a different story. هلا خلينا نحكي عن التو مين فيرتيكلز بالاوتوميشن يلي بنشوفهم بالفود اند بيفرج اندستري. So we differentiate between two different verticals. The first one is the process automation، يعني هي البارت يلي بيكون فيها مثلا معمل شوكولا او معمل ديري let's say. باول بارت رح يكون عنده طبعا البارت يلي عم بيحضر فيه البرودكت سيلف، يعني عم نعمل ميكسينج للشوكليت او عم نعمل باسترايزيشن للديري تبعنا او نعمل كلين ان بليس فور اور تانكس. هون عم نحكي عن بروسيس اوتوميشن. اتس ا ساينس قايم بحد ذاته. هون عم نحكي عن الفايف اوتوميشن اذا بدنا نرجع نتذكر الاوتوميشن بيراميد اللي شفناه بالاول، بنبلش from bottom floor to top floor. يعني بالبروسيس اوتوميشن رح نشوف الفايف ليفلز اوف اوتوميشن مطبقه من السنسور وصولا للاي ار بي سيستم. رح نعطي اكزامبل عنها بالسلايدز اللي جايين. ثاني فيرتيكال هو الديسكريت اوتوميشن، يعني معمل a typical food and beverage factory has both. So the first part is related to process where the product is being prepared, and the second part which is the dry end فينا نسميه، محل ما بتكون البرودكت عم بيتعبى بقنينه، القنينه عم تنحط بكرتونه، الكرتونه عم تنحط على طبليه او عم تروح على الهاوس. هون كمان بنشوف ال 5 levels of automation well implemented. Question للي بحب يشارك في يرفع ايده. بتصور جيهان فيك تعطينا اكسس لها اذا حدا بحب يفوت على الدسكشن، او فينا ناخذها على سلايدو مثل ما كل واحد بيرتاح. So the question هو انه to what level is your enterprise implementing automation. So البارتيسيبنتس يلي معنا لها وين بتشوفوا الانتربرايز تبعكم واصله بالليفل اوف اوتوميشن. Perhaps we can keep this discussion until the end, till the last 5 minutes. Otherwise, if anyone would like to share with us his experience so far, please raise your hand حتى جيهان تعطينا البرميشن فينا نكفي. Okay, so let's carry on. هلا خلينا نحكي عن شويه هوت topics بالاوتوميشن in general. So بتعرفوا يعني in this millennium in general the world of automation has changed upside down. يعني في عندنا two major innovations كثير عم بيصير فيها activity. اول فيلد هو robotics and vision. يعني بال 1980s وقت اللي اخترعوا الروبوتس كانت اتس لاكجري. يعني كنا عم نحكي عن الروبوت، اقل روبوت عم بيكون قريب حقه $1,000,000. لهيك ما كنا نشوف الروبوتس غير بالاوتوموتيف اندستري. يعني الاندستريز يلي قادرين انه يتحملوا very big capital cost. هلا صرنا عم نشوف روبويات، صار الروبو مع الفيجن سيستم تبعه عم بيكلف بين 20 و 30 ألف. لهالسبب صرنا عم نشوف كثير روبوتس عم يفوتوا اكثر واكثر على الفود اند بيفرج، حتى على الفارمينج. يعني عم نشوف روبوتس بيقدروا بيعملوا سورتنج فور فيجيتابلز حسب اللون، حسب الطعمه، حسب يمكن فاليري اوريدي فرجتنا some kind of sorter. كمان هون عم نشوف الروبوتس والفيجن عم بيفوتوا بموضوع السورتنج، لانه صار سعرهم منطقي، صار شيء بيقدر انه يستثمر فيه معمل الفود اند بيفرج. Of course in addition to other fields مثل البيك اند بليس، بنشيل البرودكت وبنحطه بقلب علب، او بمحلات يلي it requires a very high level of hygiene مثل الميت بروسيسنج. كمان هونيك عم نشوف الروبوتس more and more implemented مثل ما قلت، لانه صار في تطور كثير الفيلد، وصارت الروبوتس متوفره لكل العالم، حتى مش بس للانتربرايزز at a very competitive price. حتى كconfiguration لها صارت اهون بكثير من قبل. So الانتجريشن كوست صار اقل which makes it more available. ثاني اوتوميشن ترند هي الاندستري 4.0. بتصور كل الشغل بالاندستري المفروض يكون فاميليار مع هذا الترم، لانه له 4-5 سنين عين مثل هايب على الانترنت. كل العالم عم بيحكوا اندستري 4.0. So what is it؟ الاندستري 4.0 الكونسبت تبعه انه الماشين بدها تبعث لنا ريل تايم داتا، ونحن لازم يكون عندنا سيستم to analyze this real time data and to take actions. بيجي واحد بيفكر انه why do I need real time data؟ انا عايش مع الماشين تبعي ومرتاح وعم بتطلع البرودكت، انه ليه بدي اخلي مكنه تحكي، او ليش بدي اخذ داتا من الماشين تبعي؟ It's a very tricky question. عادة نسمعه كثير كلاينتس تبعنا، لانه كثير بنشوف في ريزيستنس على هيدا التوبيك، انه انا مش بحاجه لريبورتنج، في عندنا ناس تعمل ريبورتنج، او انا مش بحاجه لدايركت انفورميشن من الماشينز. وحده من القصص يلي لفتتني انه اول ما اخترعوا السياره ما كان في شيء اسمه فيول جيج. يعني كان قبل 1920 وقت جنرال موتورز استعملوا اول فيول جيج بسياراتهم، كان الواحد بيطلع سياره ومتكل انه على ذاكرته، انا ايمتى عبيت بنزين مفروض انه السياره تكفيني انه اوصل، انا اروح على كفي مشواري ولا لا. لحد ما صار في عندنا الفيول جيج، كان الواحد ممكن انه ينقطع بنص الطريق وما يكون عارف شو السبب، وما يكون يمكن متكل على ذاكرته، يمكن يكون غلطان، يمكن يكون حدا غيره سايق السياره وهو منه عارف. بقى نفس الكونسبت بينطبق هلا على معاملنا. نحن معملنا عم يشتغل واولموست فينا نقول ما بنعرف نحن كل الريسورسز تبعنا كيف عم تتوزع. يعني انا المعمل تبعي قد ايه عم بيصرف كهرباء، او انا البرودكت المنقوشه يلي عم طلعها خلينا نقول، او هالبرجر اللي عم طلعه، او الساندويتش، او وات ايفر هو البرودكت، انا عم بكلفني حق انرجي، قد ايه عم بكلفني حق ليبر، او قد ايه عم بكلفني ماتيريال. كلها اشياء اذا بنعملها مانيولي بنكون عم ناخذ فيري رف estimates. لا، اجت الاندستري 4.0 حتى تقول لنا اوكي think a little bit, you can do things in a more professional way. خلي المكنه هي تقول لك قديش صرفت، نحن رح نعطيكم جيت ويز ورح نعطيكم سنسورز بنسميهم سمارت سنسورز كرمال يقولوا لكم at every single stage of operation قد ايه انتم عم تصرفوا والمكنه لشو بحاجه حتى تشتغل. هيك بصير في عندك more visibility، بتصير قادر انك تعمل مينيمايزيشن للكوست تبعك بيس على هالانفورميشن. بتعرف حالك انا اخرت السنه هالبادجت يلي حاططها مثل هالبنزين يلي معبي السياره رح يوصلني على التارجت تبعي، ولا انا رح تقطعني بنص الطريق ورح اوصل على نص السنه وما عندي بادجت. هيدي اذا بدنا نعمل لها سمبليفيكيشن. هيدي اكثر شيء عم حاول انه اقربها لك حدا منه كثير عايش باوضاع الاندستري. هلا ثاني سؤال بينسال انه نحن عم نشتغل طيب وليش انا بحاجه انه اعمل كالكوليشن للافشنسي؟ ما نحن اوكي عم ينطلب منا اكس اماونت صندوق اخر الشهر وعم نعطي هالاكس اماونت. بستادي عملتها شنايدر سنه 2018 طلع فيها انه الفود اند بفرج اندستري عم نحكي وورلد وايد تشتغل بافشنسي 6%. 60% اوكي يمكن رقم واحد بس يحكي فيه هيك ما بينتبه شو السيجنيفيكانس تبعه. خلينا نفكر اكثر، خلينا نقول نحن قدرنا بسحر ساحر نطلع هيدي الافشنسي from 60% to 80%، يلي هي على فكره ما بدها سحر، يعني بدها شويه اراده وبدها شويه متابعه. اذا نحن بالفود اند بفرج خلينا نركز قدرنا نعلي الافشنسي from 60% to 80%، how does it impact our industry؟ ببساطة من أصل 4 معامل معناتها أنه واحد من هالمعامل فينا ما نشغله، أو one of these factors should have never built من الأصل، should have never been built. بقى هيدي هي significance تبع الافشنسي. يعني إذا أنا عندي production line أو عندي معمل فيه 4 production lines وبعدني عم فكر أعمل investment in a new production line كرمال مشي product، في أفكر بدل ما جيب خط جديد، في يفكر ليش انا ما بعلي الافشنسي على بقيه الخطوط وبخلي انا الانتاجيه تزيد على هدول الخطوط وبستفيد منهم ببرودكت جديد. هيدا كمان بطريقه ثانيه شرح مبسط لموضوع الاندستري 4.0 كمان فينا نحكي عنها اكثر بالكيو اند اي. ما بعرف قد ايه بعد عندنا وقت. اوكي بعد عندي 14 مينتس حتى نكفي الباقي. هيدا اول بارت. حكينا عن الترندز، هلا رح نحكي شوي عن السكسس ستوريز يلي نحن عملناها كتكنولوجيكس من سنه 2008 لحد يومنا. هيدا حكينا بالاندستري 4.0. محل ما خلصنا هلا عم نرجع نكفي. هيدا بروجي عملناه مع بيبسي يلي هن الكوت ممبرز. هلا بتصور اخوري عم بتابع معنا هيدا السيشن. عند بيبسي عملنا سمارت فاكتوري ابلكيشن يلي هي بارت اوف اندستري 4.0. اخذنا جمعنا الداتا من كل الجنريتورز، من الاي دي ال كهرباء لبنان ومن السولار بانلز، وشفنا نحن قد ايه عم بيكون في عندنا amount of power generated، قد ايه في عندنا power consumed، وحتى عم نشوف الديستريبيوشن تبعها from generation to consumption. based على هيدي الارقام صار الديسيجن ميكر قادر يعمل حساباته، صار قادر يقول انه انا مثلا اذا اشتغلت بالليل رح تكلفني القنينه اكس اماونت، لانه الكهرباء يلي عم باخذها من السولار بانلز رح تكون اقل من يلي عم باخذها بالنهار. انا بالنهار لما اكون عم بشتغل رح تكلفني هالاماونت، وهالصيفيه رح تكون هيك. سو من وراء هالفاريشن صار قادرين يعملوا برودكشن بلاننج او يعملوا بلاننج للانتاج تبعهم بيست على قد في عندهم مصروف انرجي. وما وقفت القصه عند هون، يعني كمان فتنا فيها على المكنات وشفنا البرفورمانس تبع كل مكنه، بنشوف اي مكنه عم تكون البوتل نيك، لانه بتعرفوا معامل كبيره مثل بيبسي ما بيشتغلوا ساعتين بالنهار وبيوقفوا، بيكونوا عم يشتغلوا 24/7. سو كل ساعه تاخير عندهم بالانتاج بدها تنعكس على الستوك وبدها تنعكس على الكوست. سو البوتل نيكس can be identified من وراء ريبورتينج يرجينا وين في عندنا نحن اكثر شيء عمليه تاخير عم بتصير بالمكنات. بنعمل الارم اناليسيز وبنعرف اي مكنه هي اللي عم تاخرنا، ساعتها فينا ناخذ اكشن انه نحن مثلا لازم نغير السبلاير تبع الكابس، لازم نغير السبلاير تبع الباليتس. نحن بس غيرنا مثلا السبلاير تبع الليبلرز كانت عم تحكي عنه من فاليري، بس اشترينا المكنه من فاليري مشيت المكنه تمام وعدت الافشنسي تبعها. سو هيدا صار فيهم يشوفوه بيبسي، ومش بس فيجوال، صار في عندهم شيء ريبورتس قادرين تو جاستيفاي الاكشن يلي بدهم ياخذوه. تاني سكسس ستوري هي كمان مع كوت ممبر مع المازا. هيدا البرو هاوس تبعهم يعني محل ما بيعملوا بروينج للبيره له من سنه 1995 اي جس، والكومبوننتس اللي عم بتشوفوها صاروا اوبسوليت يمكن من اول سنه 2000، بس كانوا بحاجه انه يتعايشوا معهم لانه ما في لهم سبير بارتس. سو بالاول كان في عندهم 5 شاشات، بعدين صارت 4 3، بالاخر وصلوا على 2. لما وصلوا على 2 فكروا انه صار لازم ينعمل شيء هون، وي نيد تو مايجريت. جينا نحن عملنا امبلمنتيشن لنيو سيستم، وحولنا هذا الاولد. الكي فاكتور يلي كنا بدنا ننتبه له انه البرو هاوس مش مفروض يوقف، يعني الانتاج هو مستمر. بدنا نحافظ على البرو هاوس القديم او بالاحرى على الكنترول سيستم القديم، وان parallel we should be able to build our new system. قدرنا خلال شهرين او 3 اشهر قدرنا نعمل ريبليسمنت للاوبسوليت سيستم هو من 1995، وركبنا فينا نعتبره state of the art technology هلا for the time being without interrupting the production. وهلا بيرة المازا اللي عم نشربها عم تشتغل is controlled by our automation system proudly. Another success story عند باين هيل. ما بعرف اذا انتم فاميليير مع النودل بلوكس. باين هيل عندهم مثل ماجي بالسعوديه مش معروفه مثل ما نحن نعرفها بلبنان. في عندهم برودكت اسمه اندومي. هذا البرودكت بده يفوت على الفلو رابر، بيظهر من الكوكينج وبيفوت على الفلو رابر بشكل ما اورجنايزد، يعني بيكونوا ات راندوم جايين النودل بلوكس. بقى كان في عندهم اوبريتورز بيوقفوا على الفلو رابر وذي مانيولي فيد ات باي هاند. وفيكم تتخيلوا المشاكل يلي بيكون عندهم اياها. اول شيء in terms of hygiene، لانه الاوبريتور بالسعوديه اغلب الاحوال عنده لحيه وعم بدقوا ببرودكت، مش عم بدقوا بالكيس من برا، عم بدقوا بالبرودكت يلي بده يفوت بقلب الكيس. اذا طلعت شعره وفاتت بقلب الكيس فيكم تتخيلوا المصيبه. وبلس انه في عندهم اوبريتور واقف كل الوقت بس شغلته انه يعمل ري اورجنايزيشن لهالبرودكتس. بقى جينا ركبنا لهم سمارت سيستم قادر يعمل سينكرونايزيشن بين البرودكت يلي جايين ات راندوم يلي عم بيطلعوا من الاوفن ومن الكوكر، وعملنا لهم ري ارينجمنت وفوتناهم على الفلو رابر بشكل اورجنايزد. هيدي المكنه عملنا 8 ماشينز منها، ورجعنا عملنا منها فور انذر فاكتوري. اول شيء ركبت بجده ركبنا، ورجعنا ركبنا 8 تانيين بالدوام. هلا كمان typical application بنعملها هي المايجريشن from old system to a new system. يعني especially with the German machines او Italian machines ببعض الاحوال، بس يقطع علي 20 سنه بتشوفها بالميكانيك بعدها مكنه ممتازه. يعني they are extremely well built، بس ب 20 سنه اكيد الكنترول سيستم بيصير اوبسوليت. يلي نحن بنجي بنعمله بنقول اوكي ما دام المكنه بعدها in very good condition mechanically why not refurbish it. فينا ناخذ الكنترول سيستم القديم يلي فيها، ومثل ما عملنا عند المازا بالريفرنس اللي فرجيناه من قبل، بنشيل هالكنترول سيستم وبنركب ستيت اوف ذا ارت نيو كنترول سيستم. هيك المكنه بترجع تشتغل ان فول فانكشناليتي، وبصير في عندها سبير بارتس، وبتكون خففت الريسك اوف بريك داونز. هيك مشاريع بنشتغل منها ان دازنز. فينا نقول اغلبيه الفاكتوريز بلبنان شغالين عن هيك ابلكيشنز. قربنا نوصل على النهايه رايت اون تايم. بعد معنا اخر 5 دقائق تو راب اب. الموضوع انه ننتقل from manual labor to fully automated plant ما it's not magic. يعني ما في حدا يجي يقول انه انا بملك solution حتى خلي المعمل مثل ما حكيت بالاول يشتغل from 60% efficiency ل 80% efficiency. ما في يعني حتى even if you want to invest in millions of dollars, we can buy the most sophisticated software or the most sophisticated machine. If you don't change the mindset, you will never reach your target. So الموضوع مش موضوع a magic solution ونحن بنجي بنركبه. إذا ما صار في نحن عندنا مايند سيت بتقول إنه it's not okay إنه نحن ندفع زيادة على الكهرباء. It's not okay إنه نستعمل more labor كرمال نطلع الباور. It's not okay to use more material حتى نحن نطلع البرودكت. يعني إذا أنا عندي عم طلع سنجبنة المفروض يطلع ب 10 لتر حليب، it should not be okay إذا صرفت 10 لتر ونص. واذا المفروض حتى انتجه بده 5 ساعات، كمان مش مفروض تكون مبسوط اذا الاوبريتور خلصه ب6 ساعات. هون هي المايند سيت اللي بده يكون بده اياها الانتربرونور او المسؤول عن الشغل، ومن هون بتبلش الجيرني تبعه. يعني الموضوع مش موضوع $1 مليون تو انفستد، فيها تبلش very simply بورقه وقلم وسنسر حراره حقه $10. حط السنسور واقرا الحراره وقيدها على ورقه. based on that بلش اعمل analysis على الكواليتي وعلى على التمبرتشر ترند. ستيب ثاني باخذ هالشيت وبعملها اكسل شيت، بدل ما اقيد على ايدي بلش اقيد على اكسل شيت. سو ستيب باي ستيب باخذ هالاكسل شيت بحولها لداتا لوجر، بعدين بحط PLC، بعدين بعمل سكادا، بعدين so it all starts by changing the mindset and the rest will just come when time comes for it. بالنسبه لي هي الانفورميشن اللي كنت بدي انقلها، ان شاء الله تكون كانت يوسفول. هلا نرجع لعند جيهان we can share the questions.
Thank you so much, Lucien. Akid, it's very useful as usual. Thank you for sharing. Now we will go to our last session, the Q&A session. So we have several questions on Slido. Lucien, if you can stop sharing your screen so I can share Slido and take.
هاي المشكلة عند الكل. ما حدا خلص.
Okay. So Thank you again, dear panelists, for the lovely information that you shared with us. So you can see my screen now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So we will take the first question. It is for Lina. So Lina, where can you find organic qualified seeds in Lebanon?
Robinson Agri. It's clear and obvious. You can find organic qualified seeds in Robinson Agri. Of course, according to the request, you'll have to place your request and then we can provide officially certified organic seeds.
Okay, lovely. So the second question, why we don't have breeding in Lebanon?
Actually, we do have some breeding activities in Lebanon. We have some breeding activities with Lari. They are working on certain crops like barley and wheat and corn. We also have with the private institute with AUB some also breeding activities with cucumber and tomato. But again, we need to understand that breeding is not as simple as we think. It's a natural process, but it's a time-consuming. It requires a lot of research, a lot of investment, and I believe this is basically the limiting factor for not having breeding in Lebanon. But we should invest in this activity and try to make it, and we can make it definitely.
So please, I just want to remind the participants, if any one of you still have questions, you can go to Slido and you can see on the left of the screen the number or the code that you can insert. The third question is from where we can get caper seeds or plants. Is it a viable option in Lebanon?
Actually, I believe caper is originated in the Middle East region, so we definitely have seeds or the wild varieties. They are present locally. This is what I know. It's a viable option. Definitely, we can plant caper in Lebanon. Yeah. For a professional project or a commercial project, we need to study this. Actually, I'm not studying. I didn't know anything about the feasible production of this crop. But I think we can either plant seeds or tissue culture, but the seeds are definitely available locally because the wild plants are native from the Middle East region.
Okay, thank you, Lina. So how about the NFT?
Yeah, we explained a lot, but then I will just try to summarize it. NFT, it stands for Nutrient Film Technique. It means allowing a really thin layer of a nutrient solution to move through a flat pipe and provide the nutrients for the plant, for the root system of the plant that is present in this pipe. This is in a few words NFT.
Amazing, amazing. And also we will reshare the presentation with all the participants later or by tomorrow. Do you have some insights? So we're starting with all the questions related to Lina now.
Yeah.
Do you have some insights on the economics of such projects? In which crops will Lebanon have a comparative advantage for export and or a local market need?
Of course, whenever we need to start a project, we have to take into consideration our market, where we are going to sell. And accordingly, we will start our project. Once we are able, actually with the NFT system, we are able to produce lettuce at a very competitive price. Yet, we cannot compare what we have from an NFT system to what we have in the traditional way. We have to promote the added value of our crop in NFT. What I mean, the lettuces grown in NFT, they are clean, they have less pesticides inside them, less fertilizers. We are friendly, environmental friendly. So they have to be shown on our product to be able to sell it at a better price. Again, we are talking about lettuce because we talked about NFT. And this is, as I mentioned, by far is most suitable for this kind of production. There are other options. We can go for substrate production, for other vegetable crops. Anything should be done by calculation. I just cannot say I can make a feasible project if I'm not managing the project well. So whenever I need to launch any project, I have to go to experts, ask them to prepare a small study, a small feasible study, and then install my project. This is the right way to do it. And definitely I should have market for my crop because, or for my production, because eventually I have to sell them somewhere. I hope I have answered the question.
Ali, we hope that Lina answered your question. If not, please send us your inquiry on this platform. So the next question is how hydroponic culture compares with soil culture in terms of taste and nutritional values, Lina?
Yes, actually the lettuces, they have actually, whether it's planted in hydroponic or in soil, if it's well developed and it's performing well, it will have a good taste and good nutritional value. It's about the nutrition I give to my plant. It's not about the medium it grows in. So whether it's in the soil or in NFT or even in a bucket, if I'm providing the right nutrient to my plant, it will be with a good taste and an excellent nutritional value. So it has nothing to do with the growing medium, actually. And it's related more to the varieties. We talk about the hybrid seeds. So I should be selective. I should choose a good variety with excellent taste and good nutritional value. And this is how I get this.
Yes, of course. And where can we buy a hydroponic system in Lebanon? Where else?
Robinson Agri.
So from Daniel, do you think it's feasible in Lebanon to have an indoor hydroponic farm with indoor lights without using sunlight?
Actually, we don't have to, because we mentioned that the most important, a very critical parameter in producing lettuce is light.
Okay.
In Lebanon, we are lucky to have enough light during all the seasons. Reduce the energy consumption by using the sunlight. This is smart, actually. I don't have to go and use indoor lighting because we have enough light all year round. I can produce all year round without going for artificial lighting. To be fair and answer exactly the question, using indoor lighting will increase the operation cost, and consequently, I will have a lot of, I will have to pay more in my investment, and probably when I'm selling the product, maybe my return on investment will be for a longer period. So better not to go for indoor lighting if we don't need it, and use sunlight.
Okay. Thank you for the information, Lina.
Thank you.
Valerie, you are still with us?
Yes.
Okay, we have a question for you. Regarding your machines, are these
They are
machines
not made in Lebanon. Mostly they are imported.
Okay.
We select the origin based on the type of machine. So for each type, each application, we have preferred sources. Yani we have Turkish, we have Chinese, we have Italian, and we have some machines from the US, depending on them. For some of the equipment we can do here, but none of the ones I showed are made in Lebanon. But definitely there are some things we do manufacture here.
Okay, and what is the new in carton closing machine?
The one I showed. So the الكراتين اللي بيجوا مسكرين The machine opens it, it's an automatic reactor. But then we put the bottles in it, and then the carton taping machine automatically closes the flaps and seals it.
What is the ROI of such machines?
It's a very wide question. It depends. We have full lines depending on the product, depending on the machines, the scope of the project, the cost. Usually we give the information to our customers and we ask them if they have forecasts. Do you have forecasts for your production? How much do you plan to manufacture in the first 5 years? Then we can determine the ROI. But usually from 1 to 5 years.
Okay. You have machines for eco-friendly packaging, mainly paper-based or bio-based biodegradable packaging, Valerie?
It depends also what application, which is it bags, is it wrappers? Definitely we have machines for each application, and yes, it can be eco-friendly packaging for sure. Because if you send me more information about the packaging itself and the product, I can respond more accurately.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Okay, complete plant and energy data acquisition system with zero manual intervention. This is an intervention from Shadi.
هاي للوسيان.
بتصور هيدي ستيتمنت من شادي انه
هيدي شو بيسموها ريفيرال ولا بوزيتيف ستيتمنت.
What is the average efficiency in food and beverage industry in Lebanon?
بلبنان ما في عنا هيك study simply لانه nobody is measuring. هلا surprisingly perhaps for some, we have a lot of industries operating at very high efficiency, especially the multinational and the global industries. We have seen some lines operating at 70% or 80% efficiency. So it's مش دائما نقول انه لبنان ابطأ من غيرنا، نحن عم نمشي في هيك وفي هيك. يعني المعاين اللي عندها حجم انتاج كبير عم بيطلعوا الافشنسي يلي المفروض تطلع من خطوطهم.
Okay. Now a question, Lina. The location of Robinson Agri. Where are you located?
Yes, our main offices are in Mastita, Jbel, and we have branches in Firzol and in Zahrani in South Lebanon. And you can call on 09796-144 for additional details, or visit our website www.robinsonagri.com.
Okay. The most effective hydroponic system to implement as a startup, what is it?
Usually we advise going for a, I'm not telling small, but about 1,000 square meter. In this case, the cost will be good. And again, you can have good production. And the return on investment will be for a short period. So this is the average. I just want to emphasize what's really important is selling the product. Whenever I have a market for my product, I can go for bigger, but if I cannot sell my product as a special product, it will be a bit difficult actually to have an effective system.
So we just, because we are running on time and we need to close the webinar, we still have some questions. If you can answer them quickly, if you please, Lina, regarding the, can you plant all types of vegetables in a hydroponic system? And are they all
Yes, in hydroponic, yes, we can plant all types, but they are not all in NFT because, as I just mentioned, there are different systems of hydroponics. So we can plant either in substrate or the DFT. There are different systems, and we can actually produce any kind of vegetables, but not all in NFT.
Okay, thank you. We can see that hydroponics is gaining a lot of traction. So are vertical hydroponic systems efficient?
Usually, whenever I said vertical hydroponic, it's related to a particular kind of crops. There are leafy vegetables and some. So again, it's related to the market need, and the money is really high to invest in such a system. So if I'm not able to sell the product, it won't be efficient, it won't be feasible for the vertical hydroponic, because by vertical hydroponic, we mean a completely closed system. It requires a lot of energy, either for light or for CO2 or for aeration. So it's really a sophisticated system that require a lot of investment. So again, it's related to the crop.
Amazing. So just a quick reminder, all presentations and a link to YouTube, this webinar on YouTube will be shared with you later on. Thank you all for attending our webinar. Please follow us on our LinkedIn page, QOOT Cluster, to stay up to date regarding our upcoming activity. Thank you, dear speakers, and have a great afternoon.
Thank you, Jihan.
Thank you.